All right. Hey, Daniel. How are you today?
Good.
Are you doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you ready to learn about some more poetry?
Yes.
Yeah, that we've been learning about? Today we're going to have some fun listening to poetry, and we're going to write our own poetry. Have you ever written your own poem?
No.
No? You've never written your own poem? Okay.
That is challenging.
You think it's what?
Challenging.
Challenging. You think it's challenging to write your own poem. Ooh, I like the way you're thinking. It could be challenging. Do you think that all poetry has to be hard and complicated?
No.
No. Okay. I don't either. Some of the ones we've talked about so far haven't been that hard. Let's go back and first let's write on your sheet up here. I want you to write our learning target for today. I can write and recite poetry. And I just want you to put that down. And we are going to talk about how we can write poetry and how we can recite poetry. Do you know what recite means?
No.
It means to say it back. Do you think you could recite something?
No.
I bet you can. Okay. So also I want to remind you, you have a break card today. So if you need a break during our work, then you just let me have the card and you can have a break. Okay? Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to work for a little while and then we're going to have a break.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, good. All right, so to start out, I'm going to read you a funny poem that I think is hilarious. Are you ready?
Nothing.
All right, listen to my words.
Nothing.
Okay? Nothing like a 5th grade crush. What is a crush?
I love you.
Okay. This is by Aaron Dello. Okay? There's nothing like a 5th grade crush. When you see that girl, it's such a rush. She's playing hopscotch with her 2 best friends, her hair flowing so wild in the crisp autumn wind. She's like an angel in your eye. Wherever she walks, the sun will shine. Her beauty is that of the most pleasant flower. Just to have 1 minute with her shall seem like an hour. So go talk to her, you coward, is what you say in your mind. But all you can do is just rub your eyes. This girl has you in a trance. Your head all caught up in this puppy love romance. So who knows? Just go give it a chance. You never know what she might think of you. So just walk up to her and play it cool. But all you can feel is sweat dripping from your hands. You're nervous, you're doomed, you have no plan. So as you gather your courage and your chest begins to swell, ring, 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 thank you, for they have rang the bell. Okay, so tell me what you think about that poem. What do you think its intent was? What do you think the speaker's telling about? What do you think he's talking about? Talking about who?
A girl.
A girl. Does he like this girl?
Yes.
What is he feeling about going to talk to her?
Like sweaty hands.
What is sweaty hands? What does that mean if I say I've got sweaty hands?
Nervous?
Yeah, he's feeling nervous. I just thought that was a good way for us to start. So you're going to be learning to recite a poem. And I'm going to give you 2 choices. And we're going to read through both of them. And then you're going to tell me which one you think you want to hear. And then we're going to listen to it on a computer so you can hear the version that you want to learn. Okay? All right? What are some ways do you think that you would learn? Like if you had to learn how to say that whole poem, how do you think you would do it? What do you think you would do? What are some study skills we've talked about that can help us to memorize things?
Writing things in blue.
Writing things on what?
Blue? I don't know.
Writing things in blue ink. Yeah, we've talked about that. That's why I always write our stuff in blue ink so you can remember it. What about those little cards we use? What are those things? The note cards, right? So we can write it on note cards. We can sometimes write it over and over again. We're going to talk about all those tools and how you can recite the poem, okay? So we have 2 poems that we're going to get to choose from. One is called No Man is an Island by John Donne. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I'm going to read it first, and then I'm going to read you the other one. And then if we need a break, we'll take a break, okay? I like how you're listening today. Your eyes are straightforward. You're doing a great job. What you showing me?
They're white. I don't know. They're just out formal.
Your fingernails are white?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And look at that one.
They are a little long.
I know. And I scratched right here.
Oh, you scratched yourself? Yeah. Well, that happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, because I didn't.
Okay. All right. So this one's No Man is an Island. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manner of thy friends were thine own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sin to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. What do you think about that poem?
That's good.
It was good. You think that's the one you want to memorize?
No.
No? Okay, let's read the next one. Maybe it'll be better. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost.
I get that.
Okay. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood.
What
And
about, can
sorry,
you say it?
huh?
Can I say it?
Not yet. Not yet. Let me read it, and then you can read it to me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how that way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by,
It's kinda
and
hard
that
to
has
remember.
made
Did I have it all the difference?
all the difference. See, you did know that one a little bit. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. Okay. Good job. So that's the one you want to memorize, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the poem you're going to memorize and do. Recite this word. Recite it back. Now, do you know what recite means?
Read it. Say it again.
So when you memorize something in your head and then you get to say it back to someone, that's called recite. Okay? All right. So good. All right. So I have that you get a break now. You worked really hard. Okay? Good job.
Or what? Do I go back to PE?